I've already showed you the entry-level EC-10 LTD, now it's time for the big brothers, the LTD EC-256. I thought about making a single video for those two, but they seem different enough in finish and details, so I'm gonna do a separate video for the purple and then I'm gonna do the black. This is gonna be a great opportunity to check for manufacturing consistencies for two similar guitars made in the same factory. Right now I'm gonna play those two side by side and then I'm gonna do a separate video for the black. This is one of the best looking finishes for the EC-256. It is called See-Through Purple Sunburst. Definitely needed to be see-through because this EC-256 features a flame maple top. The LH150 pickups are definitely a jack of all trades and they can do it all when you split them through the tone pot. The EC-256 feels like a fully glorified Eclipse guitar compared to the EC-10. The light brown roasted Jatoba fingerboard and the white pearloid inlays look pretty cool combined with the purple finish. I had this guitar in the shop for a couple of months now and almost every day somebody sees it and wants to try it. It looks amazing in person and I'm digging the new logo. In my previous LTD video I explained why you should go with the entry-level EC-10. In this one I'm gonna explain the Eclipse line in general so you can make a decision yourself. Let me try and give you a better understanding of the Eclipse series. We start with the entry-level EC-10, which is the affordable guitar for beginners. I've already reviewed this one, check the review out. It has the cheapest hardware, the cheapest LH100 pickups, bolt-on neck construction and the simple scheme, volume, tone and a three-way switch. Then we have the mid to low level EC-256, which I'm reviewing right now. It has an upgraded hardware, 22 extra jumbo frets, set neck construction, the upgraded LH150 pickups and one more volume pot, overall better wood quality. It has the alpha pots underneath as well. Then there's the mid to high level EC401 which has even more upgrades, Grover tuners, Makassar ebony fingerboard, EMG pickups, better wood materials and a set through neck construction. Then there's the top dog, the EC1000 Fluence, which I've already reviewed. It has even more upgrades in the pickups, hardware, Fluence, better wood materials. It is the top level 1000 Eclipse. The EC-256 has a couple of more colors that are pretty cool. The black satin, dark brown sunburst, cobalt blue, which I was considering buying, and the snow white. Here is a quick peek of the official specs listed in the ESP website. Pause at any time and check them out. The specs are mahogany body and a two-piece maple top. I'm really curious if this is actually a two-piece flame maple top or just a veneer. I have to remove the pickups for that. Then we have a three-piece mahogany neck with a set neck construction, roasted Jatoba fingerboard with 22 extra jumbo frets, LTD branded chrome tuners and the LH150 designed by ESP pickups. The controls are bridge volume, neck volume, master tone with a curl split, and chrome metric to pneumatic bridge and tailpiece that I'm gonna show you later on. Those are hot. The LH150 bridge is at 15.52K, the neck pickup measures at 11.51, and middle position of both pickups is 6.61. I'm gonna check one more set of those for consistency. The bridge is at 15.57, the neck is at 11.79, middle position is 6.71, pretty consistent in the EC-256 black. Let's see the readings when the pickups are split. The bridge is at 7.66. The neck split is at 5.74. Both pickups split are at 3.28. Two pneumatic bridge and tailpiece metric, and these are not the same as in the EC-10. These are different, TO-matic, and I'm not sure where these are made. They look and feel better in quality. I have to check the tailpiece, maybe there will be some answers there. There's the answer, Sungil. I saw them on other guitars. These are pretty nice and they are made in Korea. They have an official website. This confirms that the EC-256 has a better hardware than the Chinese-made EC-10, which was to be expected. The top is curved, but it doesn't have a cutaway here for the forearm like the EC-10 because it has binding. The binding is cream, single ply, and looks really classy on this guitar. I like it. It continues alongside the fingerboard and on the headstock. Speaking of the binding, looks good on this fingerboard and it features black side dot inlays. The fretwork seems to be done okay, they don't scratch, they don't overhang. What I don't particularly like though is the way they installed the pearloid inlays in the fingerboard. Look at the 21st fret. You see there's some glue left on top of the pearloid which I was not able to clean off and it looks a bit bad. Other than that, on the rest of the frets, small holes, nothing too big to have a problem with. They look okay in general and they're pretty good for this guitar. The EC-256 features a white molded nut, which seems to be done okay. I'm not a huge fan of the seam line between the binding of the neck and the nut, but it's okay, I guess. It's possible, and this is what it looks like from the front. Someone at the Indonesian factory was in a hurry when finishing up the truss rod cavity though. Look at it, there's a wood shaving that needs to be removed in order to access the truss rod nut. I'm gonna take care of that myself because I need to access the truss rod to adjust the neck, and here it is, a small piece of wood shaving, black from the paint. It's out of the way now and we can see the nut for the two-way adjustable truss rod, which can be adjusted by a 4mm Allen wrench. Black satin truss rod cover with the white EC-256 model inscription on it, white on the backside, single screw. The typical Eclipse headstock resembling a waving flag, just like the pearloid inlays. Chrome tuners LTD branded on the headstock, and this 3D logo, it's grayish, looks pretty cool in person, and look at it on the black LTD EC-256. Pretty colorful, a lot of disco going on here. Some people may like it, some not. The nut measures at 42mm or 1.65 inch. The 12th fret measures at 53.5mm or 2.10 inches. Thickness at the 1st fret is 21mm or 0.82 inch. The thickness at the 12th fret is 23mm or 0.90 inch. Chunky. The official specs for the radius are 350mm or 14 inches, but I measure something between 12 and 13. LTD are calling this a thin U neck, even though it's a bit chunkier at the 12th fret. I have to agree with them, it's comfortable. 3-piece mahogany neck with a set neck construction, glossy finish and volute near the headstock. Even though this is a see-through purple finish, you're not able to see the 3 pieces of mahogany easily, you can see them here on the headstock. The headstock features the Designed by ESP logo, the stupid compliance regulation sticker, LTD branded chrome tuners, made in Indonesia. The serial number indicates that it was made in the World Musical Instruments factory in Indonesia in January of 2022. I took one of the LTD branded chrome tuners off to compare with the EC-10, and I think those were made in Korea as well. Jinho is the factory that makes them, they don't have a website. It weighs 3,377 grams or 7.44 pounds. Now let's compare it to the black one. A little heavier at 7.85 pounds. In my humble opinion, the EC-256, regardless of which finish you choose, is a perfect second guitar or even perfect for beginners. The factory setup was horrible, but once you deal with this, it becomes an amazing playing instrument. If you're a beginner and you have the budget to get a decent amp like the Boss Katana with a 12-inch speaker and get the EC-256 as well, go for it. Take it over the EC-10, it's worth it. The EC-256 is a good choice if you're a super Strat player and you always wanted to try an Eclipse or Les Paul shape. You can also get it as a second guitar, without busting the bank. In any case, these look great, feel great and play amazingly, especially for the asking price. You just can't go wrong with an Eclipse.